your speaker today. And I want to welcome all teachers who have joined us today for the Sharebility EduTech course. This course is today is going to be the first session, the first introductory session, but we are going to be having these sessions every week. We have come up with a course of competencies, skills, resources, tools that all teachers need to be aware of in the 21st century. And we are going to be having different facilitators who are going to be taking us through every week. Yeah, so today I'm Rogers Mukalele, Director Sharebility Uganda Limited, who is going to be going through the overview. I believe I'm clear. I want to confirm from some of my colleagues. Mr. George Morut, Mr. Omono, are you hearing me?
Yes, Rogers, you are very clear. You can just proceed.
Okay.
Yes, you are very clear, Mr.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to proceed. Then at some point, I will be able to interact with teachers. So I want to be also a bit brief, and because we don't have to stretch this more than 1 hour or beyond. We can stretch slightly beyond 1 hour, but not just a few minutes, just in case we have not managed to finish. But I just want members to be attentive, and you'll be encouraged to use the chat to share your any comments or to respond to any of the things that you are going to be doing. Now, Sharebility, we are working with an organization called Edify. Edify, we are having a project. Edify is an organization that has several partner schools in Uganda and other countries. And they have given us a project to train teachers on education technology. So we said, what are we going to train? Any training is always good to have a syllabus. If you are a teacher, you need to have a syllabus. So I'm going to be going through some of these ones are some of the training slides that we are having, but I'm going to be emphasizing on the course that we have come up with during this session. I'm going to be requesting the participants to register. We created a form, this same form. I would like you to register on. I'm going to share this link in the group. This is the same link that you are going to use to register. We want to track, and those who are consistent, who keep attending every week, we shall be able to recognize you. So let me just briefly show you how to register. Let me just briefly show you how to register. So you're going to have, I'm going to share this link in the chat. Yeah, so let me share it in the chat. Okay, so the chat, where chat is here. Okay, so I've shared the link in the chat. So what happens is when you click on it, we're going to use the same link. You're going to indicate so this is a form that you're going to use to register. So just click on it, choose a date, that is today. Now here, if your school is in the list, these are the schools, partner schools, which we are working with. But if your school is not in the list, you will select the last option, which is other. The last option down in here, other, if your school is not in the list. If it's in the list, please you select. Then if it is other, you type your school here, indicate your school, and then you choose whether you are from Eastern region, Central region, put your name, gender, a role, whether you're a teacher or any other, put your phone number. Now, when you register, we are going to add you to, then here you choose mode of training, either physical in school or TOT workshop for many schools, or online Zoom. In this case, choose online Zoom session and put in your comments. So we are going to be keeping track of the people who keep attending these sessions, and at the end of the day, we are going to give out certificates to all those who will be consistently attending this, and we will have some special recognition at the end of the day, and opportunities, because we are having actively interested in teachers whom we can send, because Edify has over 1,000 schools in the country. So in case we need more trainers and you have been attending our sessions, you will be able to qualify. If you get our certificate, you'll be able to qualify as a trainer, and you can be able to join our team. So please ensure that you register on that link, and after registration, you stand a chance to get the certificate at the end of the day. So please register every week whenever you're joining through this link. And I want this time to first ask Mr. Wamono to give us an opening prayer, because I've started without a prayer, but here we have our verse which says we should always give thanks in all circumstances. That is 1 Thessalonians 5:16. So Mr. Wamono, please give us an opening prayer, thanking God for this session.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers and the other members on call. I think before I even give in my opening prayer, I think after the prayer, I don't know if it is my network, if it is from your side, Mr. Rogers, but your volume is a bit low. It needs someone to concentrate so much to be able to hear you. I don't know if other members are like me. From what I'm hearing, I think after the prayers, members will confirm.
Okay.
Let us humble ourselves for prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this evening. We thank you for this session. Thank you, Lord, for all members who have joined in this call. We bless your name. We bless for everything you're going to take us through. We thank our presenter, Mr. Jesus, who is going to take us through for this first session for Sharebility EduTech Course. We thank you, Lord, for our partners, Edify Uganda. We thank you all, Lord, for all members who are in here. We pray that whatever we are going to talk about this course today, you bless it with your wisdom, such that all teachers who have joined in this course today, they go home with something. We implement whatever we are going to discuss during this course. Oh Lord, we thank you. Whoever who is on the call, after the call, please, Lord, bless them with the knowledge and wisdom to make sure that they implement whatever we are going to have here, such that we can have a change within our communities, within our schools, and other members who may be not on the call in case we are sharing out there. Lord, we pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen. Back to you, our moderator.
Okay, is my sound now better? I hope you can hear me now.
Somehow, maybe Mr. Emlu can confirm and the other members such that you can proceed.
Rogers is clear. Instead, it is you, Michael, who is breaking.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Okay, thank you.
Let me set here my volume.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, so I'll try to be loud enough so that people can hear me. So basically, I'm going to be a bit quick. This here was just about the program, briefly about our partners and Sharebility and our EdTech course. We have different things that we look at here. The EdTech access plan, ICT integration, teaching and learning, developing. So we have several activities here, the Sharebility EdTech syllabus, and some practical activities. So being this is a training that we do for the whole day, but for this session, it's going to be a high-level overview. And we are going to be organizing the EduTech exhibition next year. So after these sessions, The final thing, which is going to be the climax, is going to be an EduTech exhibition where we are going to have schools and teachers and learners exhibiting. We are going to organize an event that is going to be next year, where we are going to showcase, we are going to see what teachers are doing with technology in class, in schools. And also we shall look at a way forward. Now, so earlier on, I talked about our partners, Edify, and I just want to still briefly talk about them here. So Edify is a nonprofit organization. It's a Christian nonprofit organization with a mission to improve and expand. Improve and expand means there is already something, but they come in to improve. So they don't start their own schools, but they come and find the schools that are there, especially private teachers, private schools, and then they help them to improve. Improving means enhancing the standards through trainings, through education technology, through different ways of improving, and also expanding. Expanding, they can give loans for schools to build new blocks, to build computer labs, to have better capacity, and Christ-centered, sustainable Christ-centered. So they encourage schools to bring up children in a Christian foundation who can be able to grow in responsible citizens who honor God. So, so that is Edify. You can be able to read more about them on their website. They have 3 main areas which they look at. They look at training, loan capital, and education technology. So as Sharebility, we are very delighted to work with them on this project. And there is a video on YouTube, how the Edify model works. I'm not going to play it here, but you can go to YouTube and get time and search how Edify model works. You'll be able to see very well. They work with low-fee schools, schools which may be like poor schools, but they can be able to improve and expand so that they can be able to reach out to more learners and be able to impact their communities. And in this program, these are some of the objectives. They want schools to establish a functional computer lab, whether it's the primary school. Some schools say, for us, there's no computer in P7. So the school doesn't have any computer lab. But with Edify, we are encouraging them that please, even when you're a primary school, nursery school, have a computer lab, because we are teaching 21st century, 21st century learners who are meant to have skills of the 21st century. So ICT skills, typing. If a learner finishes education when he can write very good handwriting, that is good. But if the learner also knows how to type, how to program, computing is a skill, a vital skill that all learners should have. Digital skills are very relevant for the 21st century. So establishing computer lab, integrate ICT in teaching and learning, support innovation on the side of the learners, develop local content. You saw in COVID, when COVID came, many teachers had their textbooks and the yellow books, but there's no way they could share those with the learners remotely. So they had to digitize. So the time is now for all teachers to learn how to digitize content so that they can be able to teach in a digital classroom. They can be able to teach learners using digital tools and their digital notes and presentations, videos, and everything that they need to do. And also schools need to have technology in their administrative processes. A school which prepares report cards manually now in this era is somehow lagging behind. A school should be able to have a database, admissions, report cards, school fees payments, everything. Computers should be able to support in this era. So as Sharebility, we are here to support schools in all these goals. And the Sharebility EduTech course is going to be addressing all these and more. Now, Sharebility, what is Sharebility?
Members, it seems Rogers has dropped. Maybe there's a challenge with his network. But basically, he was now in the stage of talking about shareability. He's trying to explain more about shareability. Shareability is a company. It is a company that was founded way back in 2010 with a mission. Hello? Members, kindly confirm whether you can hear me.
Yes, Mr. Emlut, we can hear you clear and loud.
Okay. So shareability, as I was explaining earlier on, it is a company, an IT company that was that began operating way back in 2010 with a mission to deliver innovative digital solutions and promote the sharing of resources to shape the future of education through uniting technology and knowledge for all. So Shareability began with a digital library, an online digital library, with a main mission of bringing resources which can be shared by different educators that we have. Like the teachers, they create their content, and then it can be uploaded there, and it can be accessed by anyone, anywhere, in the different locations that exist.
Okay. Mr. Emerald,
Yes, Rogers.
sorry, I had a disconnection, an abrupt disconnection here, but I've managed to turn back on.
Okay, it's okay. We'll come back.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for coming in. So let me be a bit fast. So I was talking about, are you able to see my screen once again?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
So I was talking about Shareability Digital Library now, and I was telling the people on call about Shareability. Now, Shareability, we have what's called a digital library. This is what we started with right from the very first, when we started, we started with a digital library. So this digital library, when you go to shareability.net, you can be able to download content that you can be able to use as a teacher. And one thing that we want to encourage all the teachers who are on call, as we move today, I may not be able to do it now, but I would like to encourage you to register on Shareability. You can also contribute. You can also contribute content, but for now, you can just go there and be able to download content. You can download and also you can contribute. Remember, our motto is have to give. Have to give means you can go to Shareability and get whatever you need, but also you should also give what you have, because all of us are gifted in one way or the other, and you should be able to make a contribution. So let me try to show you here just in 1 minute for the teachers who are there. I'm going to ask those of you whether you have ever, I think many of you must have visited Shareability before. You can be able to go to, like I said, you can go to the chat in case you can go and say, you can go to the chat and tell us whether you have ever visited Shareability, what you like about it, or if you have never. So when you come here, you find that there is this section where we have different subjects and also we have different classes here. So you can click on any class and you get resources, or you can use this part which is filter. The filter is, for example, if I want to get resources for a given class, maybe I want senior 4, and then I want chemistry. So I can be able to put senior 4 chemistry and then I submit. So that filter is going to get for you quickly what you want. And then from there, it will bring for you only senior 4 chemistry. So you can be able to say, P7 English, and you get only that, and you get very many papers, videos, about chemistry and many other resources. So, so what you do, you just click on that, and then you can be able to download the resources. Now, this digital library connects schools across the country. You can be able to get resources by schools in Northern Uganda, in Central, and even you as a teacher, you can also be able to register on the platform and utilize. So this is a digital library, and we're in a digital era. Learners may not be able to go to your physical library every time to get past papers. They can get some past papers from here, notes. So for example, this is a paper of GIB, MOOC, which was done this year. So you can see I've managed to get it, and I can be able to see that several teachers have been there. So we are in a digital era. If you have digital devices at school, tablets or laptops, some learners can be able to access some of these materials. And even you as a teacher, you can get some of these materials. So this one here has been downloaded 3,000 times from there. So let me just proceed. So Sharebility, we built this digital library, and we encourage you to use it free of charge and be able to enrich yourself. So that was the first activity. Now, in addition to that, we have other products. We have the sharebility.org digital library. Now, this one here is powered by a platform called Colibri, and we are going to be also covering more about this one in due course. This Colibri is the so sharebility.net. So we have sharebility.org. Sharebility.org is the some initiative that we are working on, and we are going to be bringing it to more schools. With this one, we are building a digital library which can work offline without internet. And it is powered by a software called Colibri. We have covered Colibri before, and even during this EdTech course, we are going to talk about Colibri. So with this Colibri here, you'll not find any ads or anything. This one is offline, but you can install Colibri on your desktop, on your computer in the library, just like we have Britannica and this other software. Colibri is a free software that you can download online, which I'll show you when you go to Google and search Colibri. Then you can be able to synchronize this digital library, and it is, you just put data once, synchronize, and then disconnect data. So that digital library will remain on your desktop, and you will continue working in that lab on the computers, and you can also always add your own resources. So with this one, it has very, very, very good things. It has videos, and we are going to be also engaging teachers to create more content. So even here we have papers and videos and what for classes from P1, from nursery up to P7, even senior 2, senior 3, we have some materials we are going to be adding. But also we have other materials like fate simulations for the physics experiments, and other modules, many other modules. All these things can work without internet on your computer in the computer lab. So this one is to help schools which don't have enough internet. So that is the sharebility.org digital library. This is offline deployable. It works, it can work without internet. You just need to download, and that's all, and it works offline. Then we have web services. Web services, we provide websites to schools as Sharebility. Let me see, our time is moving a bit fast. Yeah, so with web services, we provide these web services to schools. So when you go to our website, you'll be able to see, okay, so let me first refresh. So once you see that, you just refresh, then you can load again, and let's see if it is having a lot of visitors. I think there are many visitors who have visited. Okay, so let me just do this. I'll be able to, I think I will share with you. I'll share later. Okay, it's okay. I think there is, yeah, I'm going to refresh later, and then we shall be able to check more about the web services. There could be many people have visited, and maybe If it's having a resource limit, I'm going to check on that later. So when you go to their website, you'll be able to see our services we give for schools, including hosting, web design. We have designed websites for more than 50 schools now, and I'll be able to share with you. Now we have what you call the YouTube channel. That is where you will be able to access the videos that we are working on. So when you go to the internet, and then you go to Sharebility UG, youtube.com/Sharebility UG. So here you are going to find several videos, including the video that is this session now. It is actually streaming live. When you go there, you'll find this session is streaming live. So all sessions we are working on are going to be streamed here. So you'll always find them there. So we have other content, the workshops we have been doing and other trainings. And also we have videos, other videos that are educative and other videos that we have on the channel. Yeah, so basically that is what we're having. Now, finally, we have some report card software. Report card software, that one is software for making report cards. Also, there are videos on the YouTube channel for that. I'm not going to dive in it now, but we have videos we've done before about that. Now, that is Sharebility Uganda. Moved a bit, yeah, but I hope you can understand Sharebility. So our focus is digital services for schools. Now, when we talk about education technology, I'm going to engage teachers now at this point because I want to be a bit interactive. I think that has been good enough for the introduction. Now I want to engage teachers because I want you to be a bit teacher-centered, learner-centered, not just talk alone. So when we talk about education technology, so we have education, education, and then we have technology. So there are some keywords here. So I'm going to ask some members to tell me a few things. There is what we call hardware, we have software, we have content, and then we have educational processes. Those are keywords: hardware, software, content, and then educational processes. So those are keywords in this definition. So I want you to put up a hand if you want. I want you to tell us something of these. Who can tell me what he understands by hardware? For example, hardware. What do you understand by software? So that you can be able to tell us something. So I can see, just feel free to just 1 minute, just tell us what you understand by these. I can see different people here. Mr. Patrick, you can unmute. Patrick Onema. Yes, you can go ahead and talk. Mr. Patrick, your volume, I can't hear you. Let me get Sevuma. Sevuma.
Okay, hardware refers to the physical components of a computer. Then software refers to the program that controls the operation of the computer.
Okay, so you have defined more than one. I wanted you to define only one and give us examples of hardware. So using hardware, which hardware can we use? Which examples of hardware do you know? Okay, Mr. Seboma.
Okay, hardware, we can have the input hardware and the output hardware. And in the input hardware, we can have the keyboard, we can have the dashboard, we can have the mouse. Then the output hardware, we can have the monitor, we can have the loudspeakers, so on.
Okay, thank you. So when it comes to hardware, we have all those devices that we can buy, the computer, the keyboard, the system unit, the monitor, the projector, the printer. All those are hardware devices. Even in the tablets, all devices, everything that you can touch, that is a hardware device. So our school is buying hardware. Then on top of hardware, we need the software. The software starting with, I don't know, can tell us something about the software now. So the software runs on the hardware. Which softwares do schools need to have on their, or to also to use these software for different purposes? So I want members to be a bit active so that we can be able to move. So I have Dina Grace Nakabuye. Dina Grace Nakabuye, you can be able to tell us something. Okay, there is Fabiano. Fabiano, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Pertaining the software, we have the Windows software. Then we have what is called the application software that help to run the different programs. For example, when we want to use maybe like things to enter maybe sheet or record of students and doing other calculations, we have spreadsheet that help us to do with a lot of calculations. We have Word that help us to type documents or letters. Then we have PowerPoint that help in the presentation. For example, this one we are trying to use is like in form of a presentations. So this help us to carry out different programs. Then also we have a database. Then we have a publisher that help maybe in terms of design and all that.
Yeah, thank you. So the software, we are going to be having a dedicated session where we're going to go and look at this. Today it's just a quick overview, but the software are the programs. And there are those programs like, I talked about Word, which you can use for typing exams. Excel, which you can use for marks. PowerPoint, which you can use for creating slides like these ones to teach. We have softwares for making videos. We have softwares for accessing internet. We have very many softwares. Now on mobile devices, all the apps that are there, including this Zoom, that is a software for online meetings. So we have apps for communication. All those are software. So where you use hardware, software, and then if you have your computer with the hardware and software, there is Word and even, but when there is no digital content, then still education technology is not complete. So you also need the content. Content means internet, the videos, the books, the digital libraries, the PDFs, that is the content. So as teachers, we need to be able to, you need to be able to go Sharebility and get content, but also you need to create your own content, which you can use in the teaching and learning process. So this is the Sharebility EduTech course. Is going to be looking at all these. Now, educational processes. I want someone to tell me about educational processes. I can see Claudia. There are many educational processes in education. So which educational processes come to your mind when we are talking about these special educational processes? Which processes do you know? I want members to go to the chat. Please, you can go to the chat and just type which educational processes do you know that you think education technology can help us. Claudia, go ahead.
Sorry, I have some problems with Zoom right now.
Okay.
Sorry. To do some research for some topics. Could be an educational process.
Educational processes. Like in the schools, what happens? What do school administrators do? What do teachers do? What do learners do? What do support staff do? Which processes are happening? If a school is a body, which processes have to function in order for the school to run? So all processes that you talk about. So I can see in the chat, Mr. Amono says teaching, Mr. Anima says learning, assessment. So which other processes? Dina Grace is talking about content delivery, there is administration, even marketing the school for you to get learners. There's discussions, there is admissions, there's evaluation, all these are in the chat. Senior Joseph Okongo. Yes, so members, so there are many educational processes. So every educational process, right from the one by the director, right from the one for attendance at the gate, up to making report cards, all those processes are education technology can help you. Management of discipline. You should be able to use software or hardware to help you in those educational processes. If you are a 21st century school, timetabling, very many, I can see in the chat, members are giving good responses. Thank you very much for being attentive. So members, if you are doing all these processes manually without technology, of course it is good. We have been doing this since time immemorial, but technology is here to help you, make you improve and be more efficient. Finances, BASA, classroom management, security. You can use CCTV and all those things to make sure that your security is good at a school. So marketing, you can have a website. You can use social media to market your school and get learners. Talking to parents, emailing them, using WhatsApp and social media, or as a bulk SMS to communicate to parents. All those things are educational processes. Now, before we proceed, there is an article that I wrote on the website. Now, I'm not going to go to the website now because there was some small issue. I'm going to correct it after the meeting. Yeah, but we wrote an article about what we call the 10 Cs. As Sharebility Uganda, we have come up with what you call the 10 Cs, and this is the success formula if we are to succeed. This is something that is going to guide us, and I'm going to ask. I would have made a breakaway session here, and made you people to go and discuss and come, but now we don't have time, so there is no time. But I will break you people and at least you share with me. So we have what we call the 10 C's EduTech success formula. This is the formula that is going to help us as schools to leverage technology wholesomely. One, we need the computers. That is the hardware and the software. That one we need. If we don't have computers, we need to budget for them and access them. So we have what we call the EdTech access plan, which we are going to talk about. So computers are important. You need to have, first of all, now the computers, we are talking about all the hardware, the scanner, the printer, the mouse, the what, everything, the devices, the tablets, everything. Those are computers. Then after that, you need the content. That is the second C. So the computers should not be plain. The computers should have content. So there should be internet if possible. Internet is the next one, connectivity. But here, content, we can have the digital libraries and local content. The Britannica, the Colibri, so that the computers are resourceful, and a computer lab is not just for typing Microsoft Word, but it's a digital research center. Then we have what we call connectivity. So working offline alone is boring. You need to be able to have internet so that you can collaborate, can communicate via email, you can research, you can be able to use the internet. Even without internet, this lesson would not be possible. Then we need the competency. So as a school, after you have got computers, you have installed the softwares, you have also installed some content there. There are ebooks on the computers. Then you have also connected the internet. Then you need to invest in competencies for the teachers to make sure that the teachers have training. And this is where Edify is coming in to help the teachers get competent. And the competency is not supposed to be for only teachers, even the learners. These are 21st century learners. Whether the learners don't offer ICT, they should all have some computer lessons. Primary schools, you can have a syllabus, or you can make your own curriculum. Since there is no approved curriculum right now by NCDC for primary schools, you can come up with your own and say, okay, primary children, P5, they will be learning Word. P6, they will learn even Excel. P6, they will learn some internet. P1, P2, there they will just learn how to use tablets and play games on the tablets. P4, you can say these ones here, they will learn typing, typing tutors. So you can make your own curriculum as a primary school. By the time learners finish P7, they should know all these packages, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. They should know internet. They should know how to design some certificates. They should be able to have these skills, and P7 candidates should have a certificate of computer studies as well. That is the school which has added value to their learners. Learners go out with a certificate in computer applications, and they've covered this as a primary school. For secondary schools, if you already have a curriculum by NCDC, teach ICT at O level, teach subsidiary ICT at A level. Primary schools, just make your own syllabus. But you can also refer to the Zimbabwe syllabus. Zimbabwe has a syllabus. So I'm not going to open it. We shall get time and talk about competency in detail and the syllabus areas. Now, you need to learn collaboration as well. As a school, engage the chemistry department. They should be able to jointly work, collaborate, and work on their scheme of work. They can use Google Drive. They can use collaboration tools. They can use Zoom, and they collaborate and have meetings. Then this usage of technology should be a culture. It should not be something that comes in isolation. If all teachers are supposed to send in digital schemes of work, let it not be optional, that others, you buy books from NASA scheme of work books, and then they are writing, others are, no. Let you as a DOS say, from today onwards, no more typing. The secretary of the teacher doesn't type for your exams. Type your own exam, send in as a Word document. We no longer want scheme of works, which is hard copy. Send to this email, dos@kampalahighschool.com. Everyone has to send an email by that date. If it is a culture, teachers send scheme of work through email. They type their marks through Excel, and they submit into the report system. It is a culture. Even those teachers who are hesitant, they will end up getting devices. If it is a culture, you communicate officially via email. You have a staff WhatsApp group, which you communicate information. Teachers who are missing, they will end up buying smartphones next month. So please, let it be a culture. Let it be a culture. By policy, the school should come up with policies. Then we have what you call a community. The teachers should have a community headed by the EduTech patron. The EduTech patron should be able to support fellow teachers. The EduTech patron is that teacher who is a kafulu at school, who helps those who have not yet learned how to type in marks. He helps them until they learn. And he also organizes workshops at school to train the teachers. So we have a community, and teachers are supported. Then for the learners, they need to have a club, because a club that will allow learners from different classes who can come together and learn more and innovate, come up with innovations, and use ICT in a more interesting, more than just academics. And then to make sure that we push these clubs to do more, we can put competitions and exhibitions. And we are going to be organizing the EduTech exhibition next year, where we expect clubs to come and bring the innovations. And we need to have this sustainable and continuous. All these interventions we are having, they should not be a one-off. If it means computers, let it be that you buy computers every year, or you buy some computers to replace the old ones. You keep adding, like some 2 computers. If you have only 10, with time you will have many. So let there be continuity in our approach in whatever we are doing. So with education technology, as Sharebility, we are recommending the 10 C's EduTech success formula that we think everyone, we should be able to utilize if we are to succeed as educators. With this, you will not fail. And this is on you, sustainability. It's not on Edify. It is not on Sharebility, but it is on you if you are not be lagging behind. Now, I can see our time is fast spent. We had an activity here on some of the devices that you are having at school. So we have several devices here. You can, I'm not going to run this poll now because of time, but you can be able to find out which of these devices, the projector, loudspeakers, printers, digital cameras, radios, tablets, internet, computers, and others, which ones do you have at your school? Do you have a Wi-Fi router? We have these routers here. The MTN is selling them at 130,000, and then you be having your Wi-Fi in the staff room, which teachers can connect it to and utilize for research and collaboration. So please, teachers, let us, instead of subscribing for DSTV, you just get that free-to-air decoder. Then the money which was for DSTV is enough for internet. Some of us are having DSTV. I go even the village there. There's DSTV in the staff room. We are paying 170, but that 170 would be enough to buy Wi-Fi in the staff room. So please, let us prioritize and be able to do better. Now, Edify has lending partners. There is a lending partner called Savior Microfinance. These ones, they can offer you money to buy devices. If you are an Edify partner school, just fill in this form. There is bit.ly/edutech loans. Just fill in that form, and once you fill that form in, they will get back to you, contact them, and they will see the requirements, and they can be able to give you money to set up a computer lab, and then you pay back at low interest. So please, Edify has, there's also Lubaga Sacco and other lending partners. In case you want devices, they can give you money to buy laptops, computers, smartphones, projectors. You need a projector like an Epson. You need some projectors like 2 or 3 so that teachers can use them in the classroom. So basically, the EduTech Access Plan, without computers, we are deceiving ourselves. We have been going to some schools, and these are the computers we are seeing. You got a donation of computers from somewhere. 20 years ago, those are the same computers in your lab. The computers are too old, and the others, they have like a computer lab, but it's not a computer lab. These are the computers we have found in the lab. We did an EdTech assessment, and these are the computers we're finding in some schools in this 2024. These are computers of 1996. So what is happening is that others have one computer, others have very old computers, others got computers from UCC, like the government schools, in 2010 up to now. Those UCC computers are the ones you are still having. They are obsolete. Please, you have a plan. So we have what we call options for the EduTech Access Plan. And then we have them here. I want to give an opportunity because I don't want to be talking a lot. I want to give Mr. Emorut, who is one of our co-facilitators in Sharebility. Can you share with the teachers here ideas about this EduTech Access Plan? There are some options here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can ask the teachers how they think they can do this. So, Mr. Morut, how do you think schools can get more computers at their school? What can they do?
Okay, thank you very much, Rogers, for the opportunity. Already on the presentation, you have highlighted there are about 3 to 4 ways that the teachers can be able to acquire devices, or schools can be in position to acquire devices. And the number one way of acquiring devices is basically by including it in the school budget. You know, some schools don't take it as a priority, but once when you are doing the budgeting process and you are in a position to include at least a portion of the funds that the school is able to raise during the course of the term, it can be maybe termly, it can be annually, or maybe after every 2 terms. Once you have it planned and it is included in the budget, then it can be in position, it can be very easy for you to acquire at least those devices. And maybe the school is raising little funds from the learners. A school can have an idea of maybe adding in like a tech fee, maybe a computer fee. You can talk of maybe a fee like maybe 10,000 or 20,000. every term, paid by every learner, and then that money, once it is collected, that money can be utilized to acquire devices, and those devices can be installed in the school's computer lab. Now, that is on the side of the school. Now, on the side of the school still, a school may not be in position to look at budgeting, maybe depending on the other things which require money in the school, but the school can go in for an Edify EduTech loan. Through these Edify EduTech loans, a school can be able to acquire devices, and then the school can be in position to pay the loan at a flexible interest rate that can be got from the lending partners that Edify has, like the other one that Rogers talked about, Savior Microfinance. You can get their contacts, or you can fill that form that Rogers talked about in the previous slide. Then of recent, the government approved the bring your own device policy, whereby the truth is some of the children that we teach, some of the learners that we teach in our schools, the parents are well off, and they have what it takes to acquire a device, maybe a smartphone or even a laptop. So if the school has parents, potential parents who are having those the resources, and they can be in position to provide for their learners the devices, the school can adopt it as one of the policies, whereby the school can request the parents to provide the devices to the learners, and then the learners bring those devices to school. But of course, with the proper procedure of handling and maintaining those devices in such a way that when a learner brings a device at school, the school takes the custody of the device. That device is utilized basically during time for the lessons, and when the lessons are not taking place, the device is kept in the custody of the school, maybe in the computer lab or somewhere where there is restricted access, because we also have to, the school also has to avoid the after effects, whereby in case the device gets destroyed or in case the device gets lost, you know how parents can become frustrated and they can start complaining. So, but the school can adopt it as one of the policies, of course, depending on the parents, the kind of parents that you have as a school. And then on the side of the staff, in case you are not in a position to apply for the Edify EduTech loans, you can begin in a humble way, in a small way, whereby you can have the staff circles, whereby you can group yourselves maybe in groups of 3 or 4 teachers. And then after every month, you collect money, you agree on a particular amount of the money that you can collect, and then hand it over to one of the group members, and then that group member can be in position to acquire a device. It can be a smartphone, it can be maybe a laptop, depending on the common goal that you as a group have resorted to address. So you'll realize that by the end of the year or by the end of the term, depending on your targets, you'll find that every staff member will have acquired a device that can help him or her to integrate the use of ICT. So, Rogers, I think that is what I can share.
Thank you very much, Mr. Emorut. So, teachers, we are coming to your schools to train you about using technology, but we come with our laptop and projector, we go with it. You don't have any. And some of the teachers don't even have smartphones. The few of you who have joined in today, you're the ones who have a good smartphone with data. Others have these very small phones, which even Zoom can't go on. So please, do something. You can decide, okay, let's start with teachers. Let every teacher have a laptop. You can pass a cash round. You say, okay, we are going to get a laptop of 1 million, a brand new, or we are going to get a refurbished one of 600. And then you say, okay, we are 10. Each one brings 60 every month. We give one person a laptop. Or we be giving two people a laptop. And by the year ends, everyone has a laptop. So if it means repairing preparing report cards. You prepare your report cards using your laptops in the staff room. And you prepare your slides, your content, you manage your class lists, and you are integrating. So please, teachers, get devices. Then a school, try to plan to have some devices every term. You can have a tech fee, and you'll be buying some 5 computers, or even some 2 computers every term. Within a short time, your computer lab will be having 20 computers, and learners can start from there. Then also bring your own device policy. Just come up with a policy. Out of 1,000 learners you have in the school, or out of 500 learners you have, you may see that 30 learners have brought devices. Put them in the computer lab. They should only access them during time for lessons, and at the end of the term, they can go back with their devices. At the end of the day, they all learn, and they share all the devices available. So please, EdTech access is very important. However much we are going to train you, but without devices, we shall not be doing well. So this is a class where learners are having tablets, and this could be a literature class. On the tablets, there are literature novels, they are reading. Instead of you printing every time, some books, you give them as ebooks, and then they are loaded on the devices. This is a new curriculum. These are 21st century learners. So they read, and then you save. Actually, if you realize, those of you are printing, there are some schools where you print a lot of stationery. If you manage to have the policy of bring your own stationery, you tell learners to bring reams of paper. You can also bring your own device, and then you say, oh, they can bring some contributions. Instead of, you can tell them next time, instead of stationery, the money for stationery, bring us cash, the Bahasa technology fee, we are going to buy tablets. And you buy some 20 tablets, they're in the library, and those tablets are going to help you to save, because instead of printing, you'll just be putting ebooks. Even you can put there test quiz instead of objective questions. They are loaded there, and they do online assessment or digital assessment. You save paper, you are even saving the environment. So we had a question here: how can teachers utilize or integrate the various ICTs before, during, and after teaching? Now, because of time, I'm going to share with you, there is a video that we have on our YouTube channel. I'm going to be sharing that. You'll listen from some of the teachers. When you go to YouTube, so let me just show you youtube.com/, I have actually my own YouTube channel. So every teacher, please, YouTube is free. As a teacher, we expect you can be putting there some. So let me just search for my YouTube. It is Mukalele Rogers. Mukalele Rogers. So the other one, I went for some training with the NCDC, and we were training teachers. So I captured the video where teachers were we are training. So on my channel in here, there is a video here. Where is it? There is this one here. How they use ICT, and then there's also this one. So I'll share this video, and teachers will be able to see. So these teachers we are sharing. So I'm not going to play it now because of time, but those who are interested, they will be able to watch it later. Yeah, but I just want to use that chance to also say that, please, teachers, all of you, when you go to your phone, you'll find there an app called YouTube. That YouTube is not for you to only watch songs. You can also create your own channel and be uploading there videos which learners can watch, and they learn something. So I'm not going to go in here because of time, but there are many ways you can have ICTs before teaching. That means it helps you in lesson preparation, in researching, in lesson planning, in preparation, in research that is before. Then during, using the projector to deliver, using the assessment tools, any other the interaction tools and everything during the classroom, and then also after, you can use it for assessment and many other things, report card preparation and many other things. So I'm just going to move because of time. Now there is this activity that we normally do this when we come to your school. We can do for those schools where we have gone. I think you have seen some of these activities we have done. And these are all part of our Sharebility EduTech course, which I'm going to also be showing you. I can see time has really gone. So we emphasize that this part here, I want someone to read for me this sentence. This sentence here, I'm going to ask Mr. Tegule. I don't know whether you can unmute. Are you hearing me, Mr. Tegule? Okay, Mr. Tegule. Yes, good evening.
Yes, please. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, so read for me this sentence here, which starts with ICT integration.
ICT integration in the lesson plan.
That sentence, the next one.
It says ICT integration during the lesson cannot happen by chance. It has to be planned for when drawing the lesson plan.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, do I need to continue?
No, it's okay.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. So when you are doing your lesson plan, you need to plan that I will use an ICT tool as a teaching aid. Just like we plan and we put there Manila, what, I'll use this, I'll use this. So this teacher here, for example, doesn't have a lot. He would have decided to use a Manila or to print these pictures and put on the wall. But he decided to use his laptop. He said, I will use my laptop as a teaching aid. I will play a video, I will ask learners to observe, and then they will what? They will put up their hands. So this teacher has his personal laptop. He's using it for integration. You can use what you have. You don't have to be very rich school. You can use what you have, and you can have your learners. You can integrate technology in your classroom. But this has to be planned for. It has to be planned for. So we have our sample lesson plan here, which we did, and we normally do show teachers how they can put ICTs in their lesson plan. So they say, I will play a video at this point. This is a geography lesson on wildlife, but I'm going to play a video on wildlife. Then after that, I will ask learners to search the internet for wildlife animals. Then from there, at some point, I will ask learners, I will give them a quiz using Google Quiz, and then they will do. So you can be able to plan how you'll use, or I'll use a projector to display the map. I'll use what? I'll use what? So when you are lesson planning, try to include, in addition to the Manila and the what, you should also think of things like internet, projector, smartphones, tablets, and many others that you can have as ICT tools. That is the main thing there. And as a dose of the school, you can say, okay, teachers, please, as your lesson planning, let us utilize ICTs and have ICTs in our classroom. Now, having said all of that was just foundational. Now we have the Sharebility EduTech course. Now, this Sharebility EduTech course, we are not going to learn it today. We are going to start next week, where we're going to look at Unit 1.1, where we are going to be having the basic ICT skills for teaching and learning. With those skills, like I said, we have come up with a syllabus of EduTech competencies that 21st century teachers ought to have. Starting next week, we are going to be having ICT essentials, and we are going to be having, we are going to be looking at the importance of ICT integration, hardware and software, starting a computer, organizing files and folders, creating documents like exams, entering data in spreadsheets, designing presentations with multimedia elements, creating a document with the table of contents, saving, printing, troubleshooting problems with your computer. That is the first unit, and we have a presentation on that, and we are going to be having that. Our problem is that time is not enough, so we are going to see if we need 2 sessions in a week, we shall do that so that we can cover. Then we shall have the second unit on internet and email. After you have learned the ICT essentials, you learn internet and email. So here we shall have introduction to the internet, connecting to the internet using search engines, advanced search, managing emails, all these etiquette. How do you use internet in a good way? How do you handle spam? There are some of us who are sending funny messages which are not correct messages. Then we shall look at content creation. As a teacher, you need to learn how to create. Here on the internet is have. You go there to get internet, to get research internet content online. That is have. But here is to give. You also have to create your own content, which you can upload also on the internet, or you can give your learners. So we are going to be looking at creating videos. How can you create using simple tools? Video editing techniques. How do you edit and trim? How do you upload to YouTube? How do you create interactive content? And also how do you create content which caters for learners with special needs and integrate it in your lesson? Then after you have learned how to create video is very interactive for teaching and learning. You also need to learn the cloud and collaboration. In this 21st century, we're in a global village. You as a teacher, you need to collaborate with others. You can learn tools like Google Drive, collaboration using Google Docs, using forms. I told you in the beginning of this course that please let us fill in the form. I'm going to ask one of the facilitators, please try to reshare the link for registration. I've asked members, please register on that Google form, and we are going to be tracking attendance at the end of the day. We are going to give certificates to those who will be consistently attending, and also other opportunities that you are going to have. So please let us be filling in the form. So we are going to teach you also how do you create your own form. Okay, how do you use social media as a teacher? How do you publish blogs, like blogs on the website, on the internet? So here you learn also how to do all that. And also we are going to look at AI. How AI is, how can you use things like AI, like ChatGPT, like many other tools in this 21st century. We cannot complete basic ICT skills without talking about digital safety. Digital safety, as a teacher, you need to be mindful of the digital space. Make sure that you are safe from viruses, you are safe in terms of health, you don't strain yourself, and also cybersecurity issues and data privacy, and also safe online behavior. So you need to learn and also be able to take your learners through. So this is going to be the first module. We have other modules. We have the second module, which is about digital pedagogy. After we have learned the competencies here, how do you bring them in the classroom? We have we shall look at the foundations of digital pedagogy here. We shall look at integrating it in schemes of work and lesson plans, and also in the lesson itself, conducting a lesson presentation techniques. Then we shall look at digital pedagogy tools and digital libraries that are available. We shall also look at online e-learning like Zoom. Currently, you are just attending this Zoom, but we shall teach you how to host your own Zoom. We are using the Zoom and we are streaming online. You can also do that. You can be streaming some of your lessons on YouTube. You can be teaching learners in your holiday. You don't have to teach only learners in the four corners of your classroom. You can even start a coaching program when learners from different parts of the country join in and they pay you money as a chemistry teacher who is a very good chemistry teacher. You can teach your learners coaching online during holiday. So you can make money. So we are going to be learning how to use learning management systems, using WordPress and using all these tools. We have prepared all this content for you. And then finally, we also have something for the school administrators, the head teachers, the non-teaching staff. They also need, one of the main things they need to know is starting with the school ICT policy. They need to have a policy. A policy is one which is going to guide ICTs in the school. So you need to have what you call acceptable use policies. If you have brought a printer at school, it is in the staff room, you must put acceptable use policy for the printer. Otherwise, some teachers are going to start printing their own things and they use all the stationery because you never told them that this printer is only for school work. So people will print their own things, and then they waste. The TV in the staff room, teachers are misusing it. During prep time, they are watching Arsenal. Learners are coming out of prep, they are peeping in the staff room. Acceptable use policy. Did you give a policy on TV usage? TV is an ICT tool. So you need to have acceptable use policy for every device. Internet, acceptable use policy. Which websites are you supposed to access? Learners are accessing funny websites. You never gave a clear guideline on acceptable use policy for internet. You can think of bring your own device policy. We talked about it. Computer lab regulations, all these things should be part, ethical and compliance using, so you should be able to have all these in the school ICT policy. We have a sample, which we are going to give you during these sessions. We have what we call school management systems. We have a partner called SurePay, and there are also many others. We are going to be talking about them, school systems for admission, for report cards, for BASA. All those school management systems are important. Library, timetabling, softwares for bulk SMS for parents, publicity of the school website, Google Workspace for emails, professional email for the school. We shall talk about digital libraries and also talk about innovation at school through clubs. How do you run the clubs and make sure that the learners are able, it's like a co-curricular activity, and how do you train your teachers? And finally, the last module will be about managing the resources. How do you budget for the school and acquisition and maintenance? What does it take to maintain a computer lab? How do you maintain a catalog? Make sure that you track an inventory of your ICTs so that they don't get lost. They don't steal the RAM and you don't, you need to be tracking. How do you implement all these things? And then you have them. So we have a comprehensive course that we think all schools should have. And by the time they have this course, they'll be able to flourish and be able to excel. So basically, that is the introduction to the Sharebility EduTech course. That is the session for today. From this session, during the trainings, we do some activities. We do some activities like Excel. I'm not going to do it now. We shall do it during the sessions. We do activities like Google Drive online collaboration. We do activities like video editing. So as Sharebility, even if you're not an Edify partner school, you can call us. We can come and do a workshop at your school. We don't charge too much money. You can call us and we can come and do this training to your school. This is a product that we have as Sharebility. We are experiencing your teachers and they will not remain the same. So please just contact us in case you want us to come to your school. We can come and we do all these activities. And we also talk about how the school can set up a club that is now on the side of the learners. As you know, ICT integration is not only on the side of the teachers. It is in teaching and learning. So the learners also should integrate ICTs either at classroom level or as a club, where learners can be able to get all these skills, communication skills, critical thinking. They could be able to have collaboration. They should be able to develop, maintain their lab, and have 21st century global citizenship. So we can come, and then learners can be able to do various projects which they can be able to have. So we have recommended some activities here. For primary schools, they can start with things like touch typing, drawing and design, blogging, collaboration skills. They can do simple activities like that. Then secondary schools can go into more in lab care and maintenance, in programming, web design, desktop publishing, robotics. These are some, but they can do much more than this. And we have shared some resources for that. So when you come, we can take your teacher and the patron through these and give him all the software. We have actually created a flash, which is what we call the Sharebility EduTech resource disk, which is down here. So we can be able to, okay, so my screen has gone off. So we can be able to give you some of these resources that you need. So in your, to guide your learners. Yeah, so we have the software which has most of these tools, the Sharebility EduTech resource flash disks. So we can come and also we can meet the learners and make sure that we guide them on how to start the club, what they need, and make sure that they prepare for the EduTech exhibition. We are going to be having an exhibition next year. We are going to be announcing the date. We shall invite both students, clubs, and also teachers. Teachers will come and showcase what they are doing in EduTech, the model schools that have installed the projectors in each classroom, the schools which are doing good. We shall learn from them, and we shall have panel discussion of teachers, talking about the challenges and opportunities, but also we shall have innovations from learners showcasing what they are doing with the clubs. And we shall get the winners rewarded in partnership with Edify. So this is something we are going to announce next year. In case you want to be part of this, please, there is this Google Classroom code, and let me show it to you now. So what you do, I want all of you to go to, so there is a Google Classroom. Let me just show you something small here, how you are going to do it. So you are going to go into Google. You're going to go to Google and you say Google Classroom. In case you have, I'm concluding. In case you have an Android device, you can just install the Google Classroom app on your phone. So you go to Google Classroom and then it will ask you to join. So let me say, it is going to ask you to log in with your email. So let me choose an email. Let me choose this email here. You can choose any email that you have. You can choose any email, and then it will tell you to continue. So I'm going to continue. I have my Google Classroom. So what you do, you click on join class. Okay, I think it is not showing my screen. It is not showing my screen. Let me share again. It was showing the presentation as I conclude. So you are going to go to Google Classroom. So if you are using Gmail, you'll find an app called Google Classroom, which is this one here. You can install this app from Google Play Store, and then you'll see somewhere where there is join class, and then you put in this class code. You put in this class code. The class code is VMZ. So VMZ. So during this classroom, VMZ, and then where is it? Is here. VMZ 2K16. Okay. So please join this Google Classroom. And the reason why I created the Google Classroom is it is one of those tools in EduTech, but also the learners don't have WhatsApp. So learners can have emails and they can join it. Because this Google Classroom, we want both the learners and also the teachers. So you can make your learners to join. We are going to be posting there some guiding lessons, VMZ 2K16. It should be able to work unless, yeah, it should, first wait. Okay, maybe the email I've used, this is a workspace email. The email I've used was not allowing. Yeah, so let me try again. So join. Yeah, so when you put that code, it is going to allow you to join the Google Classroom. So this Google Classroom has what you call Edify EduTech. So instead of creating a WhatsApp group for learners, we have created a Google Classroom. So when you come in here, we shall be posting materials here. When you go to classwork, you'll be seeing some of the classwork that we are posting, club activities, and also the announcement, the submission of projects. Everything is going to happen through this Google Classroom. So please, I can see already some people have already joined. Some people have already joined. So please join this Google Classroom. It's an alternative to using WhatsApp, especially if you are involving learners in learning, because learners, WhatsApp is not recommended for them, and they may not be able to access WhatsApp without phones. But Google Classroom can work even without a phone. They can be able to connect via, if there is some internet in the lab, they can join and they can participate in the program. So I want to conclude here. There is some small scripture here. We have been putting some scriptures here from Edify Core Values, and also we have this one from our motto. Our motto is have to give, and it is drawn from Ephesians 4:28, where it says that let him that store steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needs. So if you don't have, you cannot give. That means you can't. But if you work, then you can be able to give to others. So that is a nice breaker. So in conclusion, In conclusion, this is the very last slide. Maybe before I mention this as the very last slide, I want to thank all people who have remained on the call up to this minute. All of them, I am seeing all of them are on, and I'm seeing very many people on the chat. In case you have any question or any comment, please, I've opened the chat. Either you are thanking or you are asking anything, please go to the chat. But I'm also wanting to give an opportunity to for people to put up your hands. If you have taken note of something, what you have learned today, or you have any question, I would like you to put up your hand so that you say something before I talk about this way forward and conclude and close the session. I also want to recognize the facilitators who are on call. The Edify EdTech facilitators that are on call, I want to thank you very much for joining. I want to ask the following to say something. What is that word that you are calling upon the teachers? Now we are here on conclusion. I want you to just say something, one small thing that you think teachers should go with. They should really create a difference. So, Mr. Muaya, I'm going to ask you to say something. Yes, Mr. Muaya.
Thank you, Mr. Mukalele. Good evening to everyone who is tuned on. Yeah, the session has been so good. I want to encourage teachers to always embrace technology. We have a lot of sources of information on technology. Yeah, if they keep tuned into these trainings, they can get always something. Because every day when you get knowledge, you add on what you have. For the trainings that we give them, we always get challenges that teachers not have enough resources at schools. So we encourage, I don't know whether we have some directors on this platform, but we encourage them to provide the resources so that teachers can have access and get the training, the skill that is needed. Otherwise, I want to appreciate everyone who has been part of the training. I want to thank the facilitators and the Edify for providing this kind of trainings to the teachers and the directors of schools. Thank you so much.
Member seems the Rogers
Mr.
has
Rogers,
been
are
low.
you on the call?
Rogers, are you still on?
Hey, thank you, Mr. Emorut. I was talking without. Okay, thank you, Mr. Muaya. Mr. Muaya, all the way from Iganga side, one of the Sharebility facilitators. I want to also give opportunity to Madam Konchi from Gulu, who is also one of our trainers. Madam Konchi, are you able to unmute? Okay, maybe she will come in. As she unmutes, let me ask Mr. Wamono to say something. Mr. Wamono?
Thank you, Mr. Rogers, for this opportunity, and all the teachers who have joined in, both the teachers, administrators, that is the teachers, the DOS, and other members, the directors who are on the call. One, I'll first ask teachers and tell them that let us acknowledge and know that technology came to stay. We can't run away from technology. It came and it will stay forever. So I would just encourage all teachers to embrace technology, to love technology, because even out of classes, out of our workplaces, we move on with the technology. Right now we are here via Zoom because of technology. So there's no way we are going to run away from technology except embracing them and then we impart the skills in our learners such that they develop with a sense of having technology with them, because we are under 21st century skills. We can't run away from them. So I just encourage teachers, we shall always have this session every Monday within the same time. So let us always recall the time and log in whenever we are called upon, such that we can grab the skills and we add on our values, which we hold as teachers. Thank you, Rogers. Back to you, our moderator.
Okay, thank you. Let me get Mr. Tegule from Ginger. Mr. Tegule?
Yes, yes, Mr. Rogers.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Any remarks?
Thank you so much to all the members who have tuned in today. Yeah, thank you for sparing your time. I just only want to add on where Mr. Wamono ended by saying technology, we are just in the beginning of it. And we need to appreciate Edify for coming up with such an innovation in these schools to these teachers to ensure that you acquire this knowledge at no pay. To some other places, people have to pay for this knowledge, but this is a greater opportunity that even when you don't have some of these things, we need to know that they are there to stay, and we need to get this knowledge and we see how to become better in our areas. To a few places that I've always visited, I've always told them that we have to be very appreciative that we have this knowledge today. Today, as teachers, you are not meant to teach in one area. Today we might be here, tomorrow you go to another place where they're using a projector. So this might be a very good knowledge when the Sharebility or and Edify, they are giving us this knowledge for us to get to a new era where technology is at the forefront. So I need to embrace it, and I need to tell all the teachers that we need to embrace it if this opportunity is there, and we always tune in. I know data is a problem. I know some areas we have a challenge of network, but at least look around where there is network in your compound, say that when it is a time like this, you get there, and at least we share this knowledge together. Thank you, Mr. Mukalele, for this innovation of coming up with session. I think it will add on a lot.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Tegule. Mr. Emorut, any final remarks? Mr. Emorut?
All right. Thank you very much, Rogers, and the entire team of facilitators, together with our lovely participants. Thank you for sticking to the call up to this moment of time. I just have a few words to encourage our fellow educators on this call, that technology is not just a tool, but a powerful partner in the classroom. Now, we as the educators, we have the unique opportunities to shape the minds and the futures of the students, and embracing the technology can amplify our impact. The truth is, technology has come not to replace us, but if we are reluctant, the bitter truth is it can easily replace us. So technology offers us a new variety of ways to connect, to engage, and also to inspire our learners. It brings the world into our local community. It brings a lot of interaction. It brings a lot of engagement into our classrooms. So let us adapt it, let us embrace it, such that we can be able to prepare the future learners. Let us avoid teaching them the way we were taught so many years back. So I know sometimes there are challenges along the way, but truth be told, if you persist and you take a step to learn, and then also try and explore with a device that you have, trust me, you will learn something. You will teach even yourself something out of that step that you have tried to take forward. So in a nutshell, let us embrace technology. Let us always follow these sessions that we have organized. There is a very rich syllabus that we have generated, and we are hoping to implement that syllabus with motive to enrich all of us who are going to be participating in these sessions. So members, whenever it is a Monday, whenever you get an alert that there is an online session, please try your level best to connect such that you learn. Otherwise, thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in the upcoming sessions where we are going to learn very many things. Thank you so much.
All right. Finally, Madam Konsi, I don't know your correct spelling. Yeah, she's from one of our facilitators. First, tell us your correct spelling of the name.
It is Concy.
And the pronunciation?
It's Concy, just the way you mentioned.
Konsi. Okay. So you can greet the members all the way from Guru.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Rogers, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you also for the nice and wonderful presentation you have made. And thanks for all the members that has endeavored to join in for this discussion this evening. Yeah, I want to encourage ourselves because ICT is really a dynamic subject. Like for my case, I've been in the field for over 14 years, but a lot has changed since then. So you cannot say this is the way we used to do it. No. You have to also be on your toes for you to also be in the market. So you keep learning new things every day. And I really appreciate the shareability and the partnership, the EduTech and all the team for this program, because I have also learned something within this short while. And I believe by the end of this thing, I would have learned more things and I would enrich my knowledge. And also, I've liked the part of the culture. That is what we mostly forget about. The 10 out of the 10 C's, the culture one is the most important one because it is the maintenance, I could say it. Because when you like say you have 10 computers and year in, year out, time will come that they will all be worn out and they will be obsolete. So that one would not work. So I would really advise ourselves, even the computers that we have, even the tablets, even the phones, we should have the plan for them so that the culture of the maintenance of the ICT is always there for ourselves, for our homes, for our schools, and even the community where we stay. Thank you so much. I really beg to end my submission. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you very much, madam. And Mr. Ogutu, your hand has been up. Let me give you an opportunity to ask the last question or comment, and then I wind up with the session. Mr. Ogutu Hilary.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
I also just want to appreciate the initiative that you have put forward. I'm just writing Makiso, Matunga. I've just joined. This is my first time to be on the call, but maybe I just wanted some clarity on how long will the course take. Yeah, that's my submission.
All right, thank you. So we are having around 15 weeks. That is what we'll be able to cover. And if you look at 15 weeks, that is that could be, because each module has like 5 units. So, and yet there are 3 units, so around 15 weeks. So that means that would be around how many months? Around 4 months. So we have November, December, January, February. So by February, as the next year, we begin the new. So the whole holiday, the whole January, the whole Christmas. But we might decide to do 2 sessions a week, maybe especially in the holiday, so that we can be able to finish earlier. by beginning of next term when we are through. So basically, we have a lot to discuss and share, and all sessions. Onema Patrick says, share today's video. The video is already on YouTube, Sharebility. We are also going to share it in the Google Classroom, even the slides. So any materials from the trainings, any materials, these slides, the resources, we are going to be sharing them through the Google Classroom and also the WhatsApp group. So please join the two and always be part of it. And as we conclude, I want to call upon schools to have what we call an ICT policy. We have come up with a sample ICT policy that we have come up with. And there is a link here that is in the slides. In this ICT policy sample, we have guided all the things that you need to have in an ICT policy. And they are around 9. You have to have a policy on capacity development for teachers and say, okay, at our school, every holiday or every first term holiday, we shall be having a training. When learners have left the school, the computer lab is for teachers. Teachers need to learn so that they become competent. You can come up with a policy on data privacy and security. Say that, for example, no flash data, school data doesn't go home. Procurement, you should have a policy. How do you buy your devices? Do you just buy anything, or you have clear guidelines on the quality and type of devices you buy? Maintenance, you can say we shall be doing computer maintenance on a timely basis. Bring your own device policy. You can have a policy on which devices learners can bring, how they are kept, and used at school securely. Online platforms, you can have a policy that a school will have a website, will have social media, will use email. Inventory, you should have a policy on how the devices are stored and how they are kept track of. You should have a policy on roles and responsibility of the ICT teacher, of the other teachers, of the lab technician, and also you should have lab rules. So all these, as a school, sit down and do an ICT policy, having all these 9 components that we have provided in our ICT policy guide. So basically, that is one thing in way forward. If you have clear policies, it is going to help you to guide the integration, including the user acceptance policies. Then 2, consider having a school management system, the one which you use for managing your admissions and report cards and everything. There is a partner called SurePay. They have a system. They don't charge money for you to onboard. It can help. It's like school pay alternative. Even fees, you can just see the fees coming in. Learners can pay using mobile money or banks. But also you can have tools like the Sharebility report card, which you can also use for making report cards for new curriculum or any other. But even SurePay can do that. So please, on board on SurePay, I'm going to share the contacts. Then finally, have an EduTech access plan so that there is continuous. It's like when you're having a plantain, a banana plantation, and you don't add new plants. So you should be able to have a plan that once in a while you'll be having more devices. You can say every term or every year we buy new computers, and so that your lab will always remain relevant. And all teachers should have laptops. A laptop is no longer a luxury for only lawyers, that in their briefcase there must be a laptop. As a teacher, you need to create content. All teachers, you need a laptop. So you can get the laptop. As a school, you can buy for your teachers laptops on loan, and then they pay back slowly. And you have your teachers when they are digital. So basically, that is our way forward. And I want to thank you very much and everyone who has joined in. And Rogers Mukalele, on behalf of the Sharebility team, there are some contacts here. Those schools which need to become Edify partner schools, Edify welcomes the schools. You can call Samuel on those contacts. You can call Christian school owners. They're the ones who coordinate the Christian schools. You can call SurePay in case you want their system. Saver Microfinance in case you want a loan, and Sharebility in case you want a training. Even if you are not an Edify partner school, as a Sharebility, we can come and do a training for you. You pay some money just to facilitate us, and we can come and then we can train you. So basically that is it. That is it for today. Sorry, members. Sorry, members, we have overshot the time for today, but we are going to see how to manage time better next time, being the first time. But I want to thank all of you for being here today. And maybe I'm going to ask one person to give us a closing prayer. A closing prayer. Madam Dina Nakabuye. Madam Dina Nakabuye, are you able to give us a closing prayer?
Yes, I am. Let us pray. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Father in heaven, we thank you that you are good to us. We thank you that you have given us this opportunity to share and learn together. We thank you for the joy of learning and for empowering us in new ways. Lord, you have selected us, and we are praying that you even bring others on board so that together we can learn and become better for service because you called us to serve. Even as we go through the night, give us a peaceful night. We commit the trainers into your hands. We commit each member, each one of us into your hands. Whatever appears like a hurdle, help us, Lord, to overcome. Give us the wisdom and the provisions. And at the end of the day, let us glory in your provisions, serving you to your own glory. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, we pray. Amen.
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 Bye.
Good night. Thank you very much. God bless you.